And welcome back. Turning to agriculture, a Farm Bill review session was to be held in Norfolk today. Congressman Jeff Fortenberry was set to be there.
But the snow canceled that review session. However, the congressman is here with us to discuss some of the Farm Bill highlights. Nice to see you today, Congressman.
Good morning. Good to see you again as well.
You bet.
And more snow, right?
Well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about the cancellation. We're looking to postpone this and move it to early March. We had one of the USDA undersecretaries coming out, but just too many difficulties. So
yeah,
I think most people are sympathetic and understanding.
No, we understand. So what was supposed to happen today?
Well, first of all, let me say this. As Americans, we have the lowest grocery bills in the world, and we don't even realize this, and it's for a couple of reasons. One is we have outstanding land, we have innovative, smart, and expert farmers and ranchers, and finally, we have good public policy, and that's called the Farm Bill. And we do this piece of legislation about every 5 years, and it creates the conditions for one thing, food security in our country, by giving risk mitigation policies to farmers, particularly through things like crop insurance to mitigate the weather and production problems or market difficulties. And secondly, we help those in need who have food insecurity through our program, through our nutrition programs, traditionally called Food Stamp, but also SNAP. In addition to that, we feed tens of millions of people around the world who are in food vulnerable circumstances. America is the most generous nation on earth. And part of that, a big part of that charity is due to farmers and ranchers across the country, and who's at the heart of that? Nebraska. So it's very important for me to be attentive to agricultural policy, Farm Bill policy, as well as be in constant dialogue with the United States Department of Agriculture, and that's what we were trying to do today.
And I know the Farm Bill is big. It's a big piece of legislation, isn't it? It's just a lot of reading there, but it really works, doesn't it? I mean, I think some people will think, wow, this Farm Bill is huge. Does it really work? Does it really meet the needs of our farmers and ranchers? But it does, right?
A lot of moving parts, and again, the Farm Bill has evolved over time. It's a very important piece of American legislation, very old piece of legislation that is updated periodically, but in our modern age, we've shifted to risk mitigation tools, like, again, crop insurance, that helps smooth out the fluctuations in the market and protect farmers. The other segment of it, the bigger segment actually, is the nutrition programs and protecting those, again, who are food insecure. There's some new developments, though, if you'll let me go into it for a moment, in terms of innovative food space, if you will, connecting the farm family to the urban family, the rural to the city. New movements in agriculture that are inviting younger entrepreneurs to participate in local foods developments. There's a thing called food relationship, and I think if you think about it, one of the most human things to do, one of the most beautiful things to do is to sit down and share a meal. And so we're actually creating some new programs for local, for beginning farmers and ranchers, as well as local foods production that revive some traditional means of crop production and actually create urban agriculture and value-added opportunities for traditional production agriculture that really are creating innovative momentum in the ag space, new jobs, expanding the ag family, inviting younger people in it, even those who may not possess large amounts of land, to find niche markets that actually meet this ideal of food relationship. And you're seeing that all over Lincoln particularly.
Yeah, that's exciting. Exciting movements, alternative agriculture that you're seeing popping up, exactly. Well, where are you off to next? What is your plan here?
Well, again, the snow has disrupted a few things, but we'll do some more interviews as well as perhaps visit the legislature this afternoon.
And you
Sounds
mentioned that review session may be coming up again in March.
We're looking at March 4th, but I don't want to commit to that date yet. By the way, the Secretary of State will be in Iowa. He's invited me to be there for the International Food Prize, and that's coming up as well. Again, you see how food policy is also connected to diplomacy, America's diplomacy.
Okay.
All right. Congressman, thank you for stopping by.
Pleasure to be here.
Appreciate it.